Well, day one of the winter meetings has come and gone, and I'm Jesse Friedman from PHNX, bringing you three takeaways for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Number one, D-backs GM Mike Hazen expects the market to heat up here in the coming days. Of course, Juan Soto signed his deal with the New York Mets on Sunday night, and Hazen said that based on what he's hearing from agents and people around the game, that things should pick up here in short order. From the D-backs perspective, Hazen said nothing is overly close as of right now. He didn't really expect anything to be close at this stage either. Hazen said the volume of calls has not been all that high given the fact that the D-backs don't have nearly as many needs to fill as they've had in recent years. Certainly makes sense. But that doesn't mean the D-backs couldn't do something here in these next couple days. So be sure to keep it locked right here to PHNX for those updates. Takeaway number two from this first day of the winter meetings. D-backs GM Mike Hazen seems to be pretty bullish on his starting pitching depth. Hazen has already expressed a willingness to deal one of his top 6 starting pitchers in order to make improvements in other areas of the roster. And on the surface, dealing a starter would be sort of an odd proposition for this team. The Diamondbacks in 2024 had the 4th worst starting rotation ERA in all of baseball. It seems odd a team in that position would want to be dealing away a starter in the offseason. However, Hazen spoke very highly of some of the depth starters that the D-backs have in place behind those top 6 guys. Guys like Slade Ciccone, Yilber Diaz, Yumin Lin, a young emerging pitcher, Christian Mena, Blake Walston we saw in 2024. Hazen also talked about Tommy Henry and how big he was for the team in 2023. He really believes in that group, and if the D-backs were to trade one of those top 6 starters, they'd have to rely on that group all the more when injuries inevitably arise over the course of the season. D-backs seem willing to take that gamble. Our final takeaway here from this first day at the winter meetings, the D-backs want a closer. We already knew that they wanted a high leverage reliever, but Mike Hazen was asked today, how important is it that this reliever have recent closing experience? And Hazen said he would very much like that. The D-backs saw firsthand in the second half of 2023, as well as the first part of 2024, that Paul Sewald was huge for this team. He had closing experience. He had success in that role. And he was huge for the D-backs, especially in 2023 during that run to the World Series. They'd love to add that stability to that role once again. Hazen said that he does believe that A.J. Puck or Justin Martinez could certainly handle that role as well. And he doesn't know for sure if the D-backs are actually going to be able to get a closer. That remains to be seen, but it is certainly something the team will be shooting for this offseason. For all of these updates here at the winter meetings in the coming days, be sure to keep it locked right here to PHNX.